What is your business or occupation, Mr. Parnell? My private business is president of Stewart Associates, Incorporated. You were formerly engaged in the business of manufacturing and selling a product known as the Save More Bank. Is that correct? Defendant's counsel, I object to the form of the question as calling for a conclusion of the witness. Did you ever manufacture or sell a product known as the Save More Bank? We did not manufacture the bank. Did you sell the bank? Yes, we sold the bank. You were the president of the Save More Corporation, is that correct, at one time? No, I was not. On June 10th, 1954, were you not the president of the Save More Corporation? No, I was not. Were you some other officer of that corporation? No, I was not. Did you have any connection whatever with the Save More Corporation, such as the employee? Defendant's counsel, I object to this whole line of questioning as being outside the scope of the issues framed by the complaint and the answer, and I instruct the witness not to answer. Plaintiff's counsel, I can't see the basis of your objection, counsel, in view of the fact that the complaint is for services rendered to defendants, including the defendant Save More Corporation. Defendant's counsel, now he is not the Save More Corporation. Plaintiff's counsel, no, but I am asking whether he was an officer or whether he was an employee of that corporation. Plaintiff's counsel, what materiality has that got to do with services performed by the plaintiff? Defendant's counsel, simply this, that if he were an employee, he could very well have been empowered to engage the services of the plaintiff. Why don't you ask him whether he did or didn't engage the services of the plaintiff? That is the simplest way to get to it. Were you a partner in the partnership known as the Save More Corporation? Yes. What was the business of the Save More Company? Selling Save More banks. And who manufactured those banks? The Harco Manufacturing Company. Who owned the patent to the Save More Bank? Defendant's counsel, objected to as being incompetent, irrelevant, and immaterial. Plaintiff's counsel, may we have a stipulation that all the answers which are not given by the witness, he shall have been deemed to have been asked the question by the notary and to answer it, and that he has refused to answer it on the basis of your objection? Plaintiff's counsel, so stipulated, counsel. When was the Save More Company organized? Frankly, I don't exactly remember. It was approximately 2 years ago. About June of 1954, is that about correct? You said the Save More Company? Yes, that is correct. Where was its place of business? At 410 Clyde Street. Do you know where the place of business of the Save More Corporation was in June of 1954? Defendant's counsel, objected to as being immaterial and irrelevant. Plaintiff's counsel, the question is whether he knew. Defendant's counsel, where is the materiality, counsel, insofar as the services rendered and whether this particular defendant was liable for those services? The plaintiff's counsel, it is obvious as to the materiality. It is disclosed by the evidence that the Save More Company and the Save More Corporation operated from the same offices, had identical. Plaintiff's counsel, just a moment. General Petroleum and Saucony Vacuum operate from the same offices, and they are two separate corporations and two separate entities. Defendant's counsel, well, we won't argue about that. If you are objecting to the question, Plaintiff's counsel, the objection has been stated and we have our usual stipulation. On what basis did the Save More Company, of which you were a partner, arrange for the manufacture of the Save More banks? Defendant's counsel, objected to as being incompetent, irrelevant, and immaterial and outside the scope of the issues claimed by the pleadings. Were you a stockholder of Save More Corporation? No, I was not. During the period June 10, 1954 until April 1, 1955, did you request the plaintiff, Mr. Kranz, to render certain legal services? No, I did not. You knew that he was rendering certain legal services in connection with the application for allotment of materials to be used in the manufacture of Save More banks? Defendant's counsel, objected to as being immaterial and irrelevant and having no bearing on the issues framed by this complaint. And you agreed, the Save More Company, of which you were a partner, agreed with the Save More Corporation that you would defray all costs of manufacturing the Save More bank. Is that correct? I believe it was all reasonable costs and so forth. It is pretty much elaborate. And the net profits, which were to be determined by some formula, were to be then distributed by you to the Save More Corporation and in part to Harco Manufacturing Company. Is that correct? That is correct. Too fast?
No, it was okay.
Good. Jeez.
195.
Let's see, 36 would be 180. It's 4 boys, so they